Good morning and welcome to Begin Within Guidance with me, Wingish Nibe Mijeki Kwe, or Wingish Nibish Mishkiki Kwe. That's a couple ways in Ojibwe to say sweet grass water medicine woman. And that's me, your fun, friendly, freaky ass medicine woman. Yep. Also known as Christianna Carr and Chris Carr Superstar. Yep. This beautiful divine being right here. And welcome to all you beautiful divine beings right here too. How's it going today? Yep, I don't know if you've watched my Within Wednesdays. I was sad this morning because I started out by not taking my medicine this morning. Every once in a while I experiment with that and see how that goes. It did not go very well, let me tell ya. Okay? Because that hurts. Right? So, and I don't like complaining. I don't like going on and on about my pain, right? And then I get hard on myself, or a critic comes in there like, what you whining about? Somebody's got it worse, right? So then I get hard on myself that way. So that's it. I took some medicine and I'm feeling better. And of course, right, as I'm uploading my Within Wednesdays video, who comes on but one of my favorite readers, Sacred Sky Tarot. Now, I feel a real connection with this girl, and what a lovely energy that she has. And she was doing a pick-a-card reading, and she was doing it live. So mine was uploading, and then I'm like, I'm going to have to check her out and just say hi, because, I haven't watched one of her videos in a little bit. There's that funky beat. I love that funky beat. Anyways, sorry you took me off there. So, yeah. Beautiful sacred sky. So yeah, I'm feeling low and crying. I needed to turn around. There it is again. Love it. Okay. But divine timing, because there she was. She was on in a pick-a-card reading, and I clicked on, and she was just starting out the first pile. So I didn't see what was on the first pile. Turns out, I think it was the acorn tops that were on the pile. And anyway, resonated with actually all three of the readings, because I let them just all go, because I was picking up something right from the second card of the first set. So I thought, this is for me. And then the second one came up, and I was like, well, that was the crystal I was drawn to, because I saw the card. I'm like, I wonder if that's part of the decks, because I missed the first part. Anyways, and then I totally resonated, getting goosebumps and tears with that second one. I was talking about body issues and stuff in there, going, oh my goodness, that's just what my whole Within Wednesdays was about. And then she gets to the third one. She starts doing that one and says, I think I just heard that, some of you might resonate with all three messages. And at just the moment I was thinking, as she's reading the third one, like, I'm going to listen to the third one too, because, hey, that's resonating with me when she just first started speaking. So then right at the same time, she's like, I hear some of you are going to resonate with all three. I'm like, I guess you heard me. You heard this one. I'm not the only one that resonate with all three, right? And then she gave me a beautiful shout out. So, and she has such a beautiful energy. So please, go check out Sacred Sky Tarot, because, yeah, just so beautiful. And even in that second one, Sacred Sky, you're tapping onto the passions of the Christ. Well, the Golden Infinity Flow technique, that's the gift training. Well, that's tapping into the Christ consciousness. So that is something that's been strong, and boy, were the shivers going down. Sacrificial lamb. Oh my God, with the way the stuff is going in my family. Anyway, I'm here to do a reading. This is what I'm on this one for. I already did my little Wednesday ramble. So let's get on. I thought, since this is a Within Wednesdays, let's, instead of just doing our regular dailies, because we do those every day, let's make this one's a special one. Let's do that inward tree, the Moonlodge spread for centering. Because, after all these shifts and stuff, let's look at those lessons that can help bring us back to our center. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's find our center. See, I'm glad that I did some medicine, because I would not be able to shuffle these right now. It was getting really tough, really tough. I wasn't going to do one of these messages, but I got inspired there. All right, and if you check out that pick-a-card reading that was out there today, stay to the end, because she goes through her deck that she created herself. Like, that is just amazing, and, totally a fair price. It might, might seem a little bit steep to some, but when you, look at those cards, it's all of her own artwork. The girl is so beautifully talented, amazing. And so at the end of that pick a card reading, she goes through her own deck to show her artwork and shares a little bit about each one. It's very special. So those cards are not just your regular tarot deck. There's a lot more. There's a lot more in there. It's just beautiful. I got chills as she was sharing this with me. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, so check it out. Check it out, right? Order one of her decks. That'd be great. Okay. And subscribe to her channel. Hit the like. Hit the bell. Yeah, she's got some good stuff. She's such a beautiful, loving vibe there too, right? Just amazing. Anyways. Yeah, she's great. Okay, amazing, beautiful women I'm meeting. Thank you all. You're so beautiful. I'm so glad you're part of my life in any kind of way that you're part of my life, right? I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Okay. All right, see, I'm seeing the stuff on the bottom. Shield, clarity, porcupine, innocence, right there. We're going to get clarity. Get back to our centers. Innocent babies here. Okay. Put my red cloth out because I don't want to spread my cards on the dirty table. It's a bit dirty. Becomes my smoke room at night. I'll get my place set up soon enough. I'll be setting up shop soon. And then I would like to host of doing like Golden Infinity Flow training here in my home. Because Deborah Erasnu said that she would come because they're out of town. But she would come into town if I had, what'd she say, 6 or 8 people that would do the Golden Infinity Flow training. And then she would come into town so I could host here. That'd be great. Some training retreats. Who would be interested in stuff like that? You know, like we do summertime, like campouts in the back, right? So I don't have my home set up because really the business was supposed to be the garage, the outside, right? And the home was for me and my children, right? Until they get older, then I'd rent it out, do some sort of bed and breakfast, women's retreat, a Moonlodge. Wouldn't that be great? Well, we'll see. See, too many stuff. Hey, Secret she was talking about that too. We get spread out. So many ideas, so many things we want to do. Right? We need to focus. And you know what? Right? Because I didn't call in all of our energies. I just spread the deck out. What the hey? Thank you. See, need that focus and clarity. Let's call back in all of our energies from the east. That's the place of illumination, the place of clarity, the place of man, the fire. Let's call back all of our energies from the south. That's the place of childhood, the innocence, the emotions, the place of the waters. And let's call back all of our energies to us from the west. That's the physical, the woman, the earth, the place of introspection. And we call back all of our energies to us from the north. That's our wisdom years, the mental, the air. And we walk our red road. That's our earth walk from childhood in the south. And we see the reflections and we learn that we are a reflection of our source as we get up into the north, into our years of wisdom, right? Where we can then share our viewpoints and options. And, as we've learned from them, we can share that with others. Others don't need to necessarily make the same mistakes we did, right? And then the blue road of spirit that's always with us goes east to west as the sun is always there, always with us. And we're all creating that expansion for spirit and source. Every single one of us, no exceptions. East to west. And source helps us to expand as well. Both, right? In the highest and best interest of all. And that's what we always think. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 is very representative of thinking of the 7 generations ahead of us, the 7 generations behind us, because as we heal here and now, we heal ahead and we heal behind, right? We're carrying those ancestral wounding, traumas that get passed on whether we know it or not. So it's up to each of us as individuals to look at all of the cycles in our own lives, in our families, and help to switch those, right? Continue the ones that are working and let's switch up the ones that are not, right? Either way, they all work to help to teach us something, right? All right, above, below, and within. Do you hear that tooting sound out there?
Jewel was in the basement.
Oh, Jewel was in the basement, was she?
She startled me.
Oh.
When I went to put the buns in the fridge.
You went to put the buns in the fridge, did you? That was my girl talking. I don't know if you could hear her there. She's so cute. They're all so cute. And amazing beings. They all are. We all are. Yes, we are. Yep, it's okay. Next, a little bit sore. All right, so we're doing the inward tree, the Moonlodge spread, inward tree for centering. Let's find our center, right? We're in the middle of the week, the center of the week. I think that'd be good. Anybody up for that? We'll do Morning Star Mondays, your regular dailies, Tuesdays and Thursdays and whatever, and then Wednesdays do, because it's within Wednesdays, find that center within. We'll see. Okay, let's go with it. So first we go in the east, which is the whirling spirit, the key to unlocking your natural talents and abilities that you may not have known inside yourself, right? And here we are, right, with the new abilities. That's was the theme this week, right? Wasn't it? Okay, something like that. And then we have the south. That's our true feelings on the situation or person. Okay, so if you want to think about that yourself, finding if there's a situation, I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't put that in your head, right? And you'd see how these lessons, they'll line up with anything that we're asking, right? We're looking at different angles to look at it, because we can take anything in our life and look at it with any lens of these lessons here. So the true feelings on that in the south, right here. True feelings. And then in the west is the dream within the dream. Okay. Here. Dream within the dream. And opening up that, right? Opening up and tapping into that dream you have for yourself, right? And the north, the inner wisdom that you yourself may not have recognized in yourself. Be in us all, inner wisdom. Okay. And then the true self. When we know the true self, those around us can never deceive us, right? We know who we are. So nobody can tell us who we are because we know who we are. And I'm going to take these two right here. Take those two. Taking those two right there. Okay. We're going to look at the, ouch, lizard, dreaming. What are we dreaming? What are we dreaming into life here? Boundaries. What boundaries are? Our boundaries freeing us or stopping us? Are our boundaries helping us find our inner peace? Let's talk about those. Okay, I'm going to bring this board over and see if we can manage that on my new little case thing here. Okay. See how we can get them standing up here. We'll see. So then you can see. Right? We have the East card. East, right? The whirling spirit. Key to unlocking your talents that even you may not have known you have inside of you, right? The earth connection. We all have that ability to tap in and connect to our earth. We all have that ability to empower ourselves, to empower others. Right? And that connection to help grounding and sinking our roots in. That's our earth connection. So something we might not have seen. And that's slow and steady. Look at how far you've come. Is that pace? Can you keep up with your pace? Right? Or, do you go slow and steady, or you burst, and then kind of slow down? What is your pace like? Is this telling you to slow down? There's a talent we have in ourselves that we all can be patient. Right? If we can't be, we can tap into that earth connection. Help us to be more patient. To cool our hot heads. Right? And we have that direct connection to source. So there's that inner wisdom. Right? That's that whirling spirit that we may not have known. We always have that direct connection. We can speak directly to our source. No exceptions. Okay, here, I'll set them up here and see what I can do. This way. What do we think here? Right there. Dog's so yappy. Can you hear her? My goodness. And that card gets in the way. But that's okay. We're going to close this big door and maybe we won't be able to hear her. I'll go see what the dog wants. That'd be nice. She probably wants some food and water, which I already told them to do. Oh, I made this shirt in art therapy. Isn't that cool? See her little inner light glowing and her fire. And there's actually glow-in-the-dark paint. So when it gets dark, kind of glows around there. This is on a poster at Niche, and I just loved it. So I put it on my healing shirt. Yeah. So there we go. That's my healing shirt, sharing my light. Okay. So east, right? Okay, I better put the east over on this side because that would be more like it for you over there anyways, right? So we have the east. Okay, and then the south, your true feelings on a situation or person, right? Person or situation, the true feelings. Remember, this is the south. This is our inner child. This place of the innocence. Okay, so the true feelings, right? We need to get in touch with our own beat. We've been following others for too long, or what society says we must do. This is what success looks like. What is that for you? We define it for ourselves. March to the beat of your own drum. We all, I think, have that innate thing that we want to do that. Right? We have that desire to be able to do that, just to be fully holy ourselves, to be accepted as that. And you know what? Truth is, you already are. Yeah, it's because I love you just as you are. You're just perfect and divine just as you are. Right? And we're always changing, right? Look at that. Look at all the transformations and stuff that we have come through. Here's the morning star. So talking about the passions of Christ too, right? That could be Jesus in some beliefs. Again, this is not, I'm about to each their own, right? That's, it's about what helps us to get through, what helps us to be kinder to each other, what helps us to tap into our own inner peace in there. We all have a direct line to our source. We all have that connection, the ability to connect to earth. The drum is one way, right? They say because that connects us to the sound of our earth mother, right? The heartbeat. The heartbeat, because that's the primordial sound. That's the first sound that we have all heard was the heartbeat of our mother. And then there's the creation stories of this, the rattle. Boom. Right? And creation. Many creation stories, right? Depending on where you come from in the globe. It's up to you to choose what you believe. Okay? Because there's nothing wrong with that. It's when we're pushing on others or saying, oh, you must die because you believe something different than I do. But connect. Find that within you. Because it's all an inside job. It's inner peace, inside job. These connections, empowerment, like empowerment. Not power over, right? Okay, and then west is the dream, or within the dream, right? We've got to go inside and purify and see what that is. What does our heart truly desire, right? Again, finding those talents and abilities. It's those passion. What lights your fire? Maybe we need to go in and cleanse and purify all that stuff that we take it on that is not us, right? Because Sacred Sky was saying something beautiful in there. I've heard it before, right? Is we need to know. If once we get to know ourselves and know our feelings, then we know when we're picking up on somebody else's, right? But first we need to know, right? We need that baseline of where we are, right? Where am I at today? Before I go entering into the world, this is where I'm at today. So if I'm picking up anything else, then I must be picking up somebody else's stuff, right? And sometimes we need to retreat. If things are starting to get too overwhelming, we need to take that time to go in, right? Here we are in the West. It's looking within yourself and seeing what is your driving force, right? What keeps your heart pumping, right? What's your rhythm, right? What's the dance you like to do? What have you taken on? It is not yours to carry. We could take on so many stuff. We can be empathetic and go, oh, right? It's so hard to see somebody in pain, but we're not doing them any favors when we join them in their pain. Right? Because I'm the person, if I'm sharing my sad story and I see somebody else getting sad, I feel like I'm making them sad, and I bring that in, and I do not share that anymore because I don't want to bring anybody down. So we're really, and my teacher used to talk about, take care of those, control those eyebrows, right? Because somebody's upset. We'll read anything just from a slight face, and they said we have to practice keeping like a non-responsive face, because even little twitches or whatever can be judgmental, or somebody could be taking that as judgmental, or somebody that's getting caught in the stories, you give a sad look, then they'll go more for that sadness, right? Whatever that is for you. So it is not helpful to join people in their sad feelings. Stay in your happy feelings, right? And don't take on their stuff. And then we also get into that risk of you need to feel better because you're bringing me down, right? Because then it becomes about you and not about that person, right? So let's clear that off where we think we have to do something for somebody, or, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to watch you go through that. We keep ourselves from things because we can't see somebody, right? Like, we won't go visit somebody in a hospital because we do not want to see them in that state. But what about that person that is in that state? Wouldn't that be so helpful to them to have that good vibes and that energy coming in, right? To know that they're supported, that they're still loved, instead of feeling bad. Like, I went through times with gallstone attacks, and then I feel bad that I had to wake somebody up to take me to the hospital. And so then it became about that. And I would suffer longer in pain because I didn't want to disturb their sleeping, right? So we need to be careful how we can do that, because we can be the most loving, most helpful people and still cause a lot of pain because, we're only thinking about what we're going through in that moment and how this is hard for us, and then we project our stuff onto that other person. So watch in that for you. Take that introspection and purify that you are feeling your feelings and not taking on other people's feelings, because it's not our job to process other people's feelings. It's our job to process our own feelings, right? Because we know how they'll affect us. We don't know how other people's feelings affect them, right? Some people thrive on that drama. So when things get too calm, subconsciously or consciously, they got to do something to pick that drama up again because, hey, this is what I'm used to, right? We don't know everybody's stories. So purify that in you. See how we might push ourselves on others, or push our ideas, or push our feelings on others, or taking their feelings and then making it personal to us that, they don't get that chance to process their own feelings because people are here. Oh, I don't want you to feel sad. Let me take your sadness, right? Or whatever that is. When sometimes we need to sit with that. We need to sit with that. We need to be with our feelings. They're trying to tell us something, right? That's the way our source speaks to us. That's the way our body speaks to us. Okay, so the north, the inner wisdom. We went along on that. Cleanse that out, right? We're all responsible for our own insights and our own empowerment, right? And that's how. We burn out then too. We burn out if we keep... That was in Sacred Skies reading. Oh my goodness, look at that, right? If we keep burning bright all the time and don't take that time for ourselves and clear ours, then we keep blaming everybody else. I don't have any time for me because I'm always over here helping you with your stuff. So get your stuff together so I can get to my stuff. Well, how about you just get to your stuff? Let that person deal with their stuff, right? Let's not take other people's shit personally. Right? Everybody's responsible to transmute their own shit. It's inside jobs, right? We're the only ones that know our story because we're the only ones that have been with us, aside from Creator, since the beginning of our time here on Earth, right? So, like I say, you know you better than I do, right? So, anyway, stop fussing with those and let's get to the inner wisdom. Is that we all have to sacrifice. We sacrifice ourselves for others. I mean, and we've been trained on that, put others before yourself and all that. But yet we need that oxygen mask. How can we be there for anybody else if we're not there for ourselves first, right? And this self-sacrifice, I love the teachings that come with this too, because a lot of the ceremonies and stuff looked really brutal. And if you're just judging from the outside and looking, you're not getting involved or learning and asking questions about what that's all about. Because this was the man's way. This was a man's ceremony and man's way to connect with Mother Earth and also with woman, the life givers, to understand more of what women go through to bring life into the world, right? Because we are the vessel for that life to come through, right? So that's why they're pierced through the pectorals, and us mothers, blood, sweat, and tears left in that room, on that floor, wherever it is we have our babies, right? It's a lot, and it can be hours, it can be days, right? We go through that. So the Sundance is one full day, different teachings, different where you go, but from what my understanding here, one full day tied to the tree of life, pierced through the pectoral muscles, dancing to and from the tree of life, and back so far that would rip at the things, right? Blood, sweat, and tears. That appreciation. It's that self-sacrifice. The sacrifices of this body to be a vessel for pure love and spirit coming through. right? That's that self-reflection. Look at that. How have you have done that? Have you sacrificed your own self and your own needs to be there for others and then feel resentful for that? We can get to that. 4, 5, 6. Check out the steps, right? It's those deep dives. So, like, blue heron isn't about staying on the surface. I mean, look at that bird can probably get right to the bottom of that waters, right? So it's diving in deep. Don't just stay on the surface. That deep dive and clear out all of that stuff that we have taken on from others. We need to clear that out. All that stuff that is not ours to carry. Send it back with love and light for them to carry their own and transmute their own shit. We can be there to help, of course, right? We can be a support. But we are all responsible for ourselves, right? The one that can truly help us with that is our spirit, is our source. Who knows us better than us? The only one is the source that knows us better than our own selves, right? I mean, and we're still getting to know our own selves, right? You are who you choose to be, not who others tell you you are. You are who your source made you to be, right? And we are co-creating because we put out what we want, what we desire. Let's see. Does that work? No, but that's okay. Put these up here. Oh, see, I used that one there. Forgot. And had something else. Anyways. Put that there. Yeah, excuse. It's okay. We'll get there. And I'm getting hot. It's getting warm today. The rain kept it kind of cool here. Now it's getting hot again. Okay. And then we'll see the true self. The true self, which will be different for everybody, but we are all really, spiritual beings in human bodies having a human experience, right? Right? And it's our passion and our spontaneity. Get in touch with that. And the messenger. Hear the messages that are coming to you, right? Through your passions, through that spontaneity. We get this urge to just go do it, right? And it's not an impulsive thing, right? We've had this urge. We don't just go right on it because we need that confirmation too, right? So we can ask for signs, for sure, to confirm, is this the step that I'm to take, right? Rule of 3, if you keep hearing it repetitive, right? Maybe that's something if it keeps coming up for you, right? So go with that spontaneity, not just the impulsive. Check, ask creator source to send you confirmation that this is what your message is. This is what you're to do. We know that through our passions, through that fire, right? That's where we can connect with that. Clear out everything. Get in touch with our own passions. Because when we're so busy on everybody else's stuff, right? We get busy. We want to help others. We want to be of service. But we're not looking at our own selves. We're not putting on our own oxygen mask. And then we make everybody else's stuff personal. When they're not getting it, well, I can't get to my stuff because you're not doing your stuff. I do that right in my home here too, right? And there's some things where it is a truth. We can't control the things outside of us, but we can control how we respond to it, right? So your true self, find your passion, what lights your fire, right? Then ask for confirmation. Okay, source, God, am I getting this right? Is this what you're trying to tell me? Please send me a sign to confirm this. Okay? And that's how we do. Let's see how we do here. Let's see how we can show these cards here. Whoops. Whoopsie. How about these ones up here? There we go. No, can't. No. Nope. That's not going to work. Okay. Well, there we go. So there's our inner selves. Find your inner selves. Get in touch with that passion, those new abilities, right? And look, clarify where you are spending your energy on other people's issues that they should be handling on their own, okay? Do not rob other people of their own life journeys. Lovingly release others to their own life lessons. Okay? Because there might be a bit of ego coming in there. If we think we know better for somebody's life than they do, then Creator does, right? Because we don't. We're human beings here too. Focus on your life because that's what you're here to do. You're here for your journey, nobody else's, right? We be examples and messengers just in the way we live our lives. So see what that is saying to you, right? And there you use your personal reading out of that. Right? What does that say to you? Take that time to retreat and go within. Cleanse and purify and see how you've sacrificed your own self. All right? And has it been to your benefit? Has it benefited others and not yourself? We got to think of all, right? What's in the highest and best interest of all? And do that deep dive, right? No staying on the surface. It's time to dive in deep and be true. Be true to yourself first, because then it's easier to be truthful to everyone else. Okie dokie. Love you all. Biggest heart hugs ever. Have a wonderful, beautiful day, and we'll see you again soon. Okay. Peace. Love you. Thank you for being you and shining your light through everything you do. March to the beat of your own drum, baby. Get in touch with your passions. Right? Love you.